have won 3 of 5 summer visits to Headingley. They won here 38-14 last year, 42-14 in April, but they lost their last away game at Wakefield when they were brought down to earth with a mighty bump. And the St Helens supporters welcome them in the usual manner. Well, Iestyn Harris's Leeds Rhinos lost to Castleford 16-20 2 weeks ago. Blackmore sent off after 14 minutes, but they beat Wakefield here last week to avenge a first night defeat by the Wildcats, and they need just the 1 point from this game to secure their playoff place at 4th. But just 4 wins from 10 in the summer era against the Saints. The Leeds Rhinos, though, maybe this will be their night. The weather has been doing its best to dampen the enthusiasm of the crowd, but there's another big crowd on view at Headingley tonight. And Steve-O, this another fantastic Friday that we're about to witness.
I don't think they'll let it down, Eddie. They really are both up for this. Dean Lance quite happy that he's prepared them for what should be a pretty torrid encounter.
Well, here's the man who was at centre stage of some controversial decisions last week involving the Bradford Bulls and the Wigan Warriors, Russell Smith. And it was in this match last year that Adrian Morley was shown the red card after only 3 minutes. I wonder what drama we have in store here at Headingley this evening. Russell Smith just preparing to get the game underway, blows the whistle. Iestyn Harris gets us going. His kickoff bounces into the arms of Wellens. Here comes Nicol. Here comes the first tackle. Fleary in with the shoulder, helped out also by Barnhill, forced back by the weight of Jackson also. And now Perolini driving it into the chest of the clean-shaven Andy Hay. Quick play the ball, Cunningham going down the blind side, met by Morley, Pratt there, Hay in again. That's 3 tackles gone for St Helens, the opening set of 6 of this match. Tuilangi straight at Jackson, almost broken through. McDermott got to him, Fleary was there, and so too David Barnhill. But Saints over the halfway line. Cunningham.
Good set of 6, that's what they want first. Settle them into the game.
Last tackle here for St Helens. Sculthorpe gets to his feet, plays it to Cunningham, looks for Long. Long just dabs the ball along the deck. A little tester for Cummins, but Francis Cummins, the Leeds fullback this year, safe under the bouncing ball.
Well, I'm sure the Saints coach Ian Millwall will be quite impressed with the way that they've started. They really have got to make sure that they get through their sets of 6. You mentioned that shock loss to Wakefield, Eddie. I think I may have actually mentioned it before as well, is that they only completed 3 sets of 6 in 40 minutes. And they can't afford to do that tonight against the Leeds side. Desperate for that 1 point.
And Fleary has lost the ball. Play on. Cunningham has it back for St Helens. And Morley is the man who's there to dump him down to the ground.
I think he just lost possession there. Certainly didn't appear to be arming. Oh, Morley in with a big hit. They're warming up. We expected this.
Well, O'Neill felt that, but he got to his feet, played it to Cunningham. He finds Long, and Long gets it away to Nicol. Nicol to Sculthorpe, and Sculthorpe is just hauled down by Barnhill. What a great attack this is. Long has a huge space to exploit. He's found Wellens, and Wellens gets the first try. Wellens gets the first try for St Helens. Catching them out wide, the ball lost in centre field. Play on, said the referee. And Wellens on the end of the last pass. Try number 13 of the year for Paul Wellens. Saints a great start.
Well, this is a mistake that allowed St Helens to get possession. But watch the pass from Long. Beautiful there. He just sucked the defence in. Sculthorpe did well. Barnhill had to get over the top. You can see how the Leeds defence, they're absolutely all at sea. Not the best pass, but Wellens took it on the half volley, and that was a superb passage of play by the Saints. What a finish and what a start.
20-year-old Paul Wellens, non-playing substitute here in the cup tie, but full-back in all in Super League now. And Dean Lance seeing his defence split in the opening moments here at Headingley, and watching now as Sean Long prepares to add the extras. He is averaging, this fellow, 18 points a game over the last 7, and he broke Iestyn Harris' points in the season record last week with 18 points. 328 points now. Long with the left foot, and he's kicked it, and St Helens have the perfect 6 from the perfect start.
Well, everyone thought perhaps it's been an horrific trip over the Pennines. The high shot, look at the Leeds defence, it's all over the shop there. Sterling caught in no man's land. Wellens picks up a simple try, but it all came about from that bad mistake by Leeds.
Well, Paul Wellens is one of the names that we mentioned before the match. Matthew Elliott indeed picked him out as a possible danger man. Here now is Sonny Nicol, and he just slipped underneath the swinging arm from Adrian Morley. McDermott was in there as well. This now is Sean Hoppy, the New Zealander. And Sean Hoppy, one of 4 reserves for the Kiwis in the World Cup squad name this week. Here's Julian O'Neill, looks to be coming to the end of 4 great and consistent years at Knowsley Road. Cunningham gets the ball away to Joint. The captain gets the champions to about 38 metres away from their own line, and it's Cunningham to Sculthorpe. Good defence this time from Fleary, Barnhill, Jackson, and also Harris was in there for good measure.
Well, we always knew that this man, Sean Long, could be the key to a success for St Helens here at Headingley, and it was a superb pass that sent Sonny Nicol through. That was a big hit.
Well, Tuilangi missed him, but the next two in didn't. It was a tackle would-be by Tuilangi on Cummins. This is Carl Pratt.
Just a grab there from Kevin Iro. No real swinging arm, but they've conceded a penalty now.
Yes, a high shot from somewhere. Holding down actually on the collar by Iro.
And Hoppy all over the top of him. Wasn't a swing though, to be fair. It was more of just a grab. Certainly into the face. Now then, what can Leeds reply with?
They're in possession here with Sheridan. He finds Fleary, and Fleary almost through. That was a very good tackle by Joyce. Jackson at dummy half, and Iestyn Harris, and now Adrian Morley. This is the head-to-head, and it's pretty tight. And here at Headingley, St Helens with 10 victories since 1973. These two, by the way, two of the ever-presents in top-flight rugby league since 1973. The other two, Warrington and Castleford. Harris to Sheridan, Sheridan to Hay. Hay bounces almost through Cunningham, but Nicol was there. That's the last tackle. Oh, and all that hard work in defence by Saints comes to naught.
Well, it's good to see that the official is getting on top of this early in the match. See, Cunningham went for a second bite. Already completed the tackle, not too happy about it. He looks forward, Hay. And surely this will be a gift, 2 points for the Leeds skipper.
Yes, Iestyn Harris, who missed the St Helens defeat here in April, fancies just getting the scoreboard ticking from a Leeds Rhinos point of view. 22 points against Wakefield here last Friday night.
Interesting in that build-up, Eddie, was the fact that the 2 halfbacks, Harris and Sheridan, and it was Harris was taking the first receiver. Normally it's Sheridan.
So Ian Millwood just making a note or two, and this is Harris, who takes a long time preparing himself for goal kicking. Takes aim, looks at the ball, and it might be ponderous, but he gets the results. Leads to St Helens 6.
Well, he fairly drilled that right over the crossbar. Dean Lance, the Leeds coach, would not have been impressed with the fact that they came up with a mistake. Fleary knocking on, which allowed Saints, but full credit to the Saints, they were so quick. There's a man that made the break possible. Neat pass to Sonny Nicol.
Long restarts all along the ground. It's pretty greasy on the surface. That's why the ball was pushed along the ground. That's a lovely ball from Morley to Carl Pratt. And Carl Pratt trying to turn Wellens inside out. He's done that. Oh, what a great tackle from Long. And just
that's got to be a flop, surely. Hoppy came in several seconds too late. Unless the official is allowing the advantage. It's not the best pass. They've got the overlap.
Sheridan up the middle, hauled down by Sculthorpe. That's... Get up, says the referee, Russell Smith. I was about to say that was another questionable penalty there, but none forthcoming, so it's with Mackay. And he is within 5 metres of the line. McDermott looping past to Fleary. Fleary trying to outmuscle this St Helens defence. Back to 3 metres away. Jackson to Harris. Harris on it goes to Sheridan. Wide to Hay. Hay grabbed by Iro and Tuilangi. Morley, beautiful ball from him, set this attack up. The kick just too deep.
Good combination though by Ryan Sheridan. He knew exactly where the ball was going to go. Super work from the second rower, David Barnhill. This is the break from Pratt. It was a super pass from Morley, but it took a wonderful cover tackle from Sean Long. He did ever so well there. We would have thought that Pratt would...
Awful pass from Long. It threw it behind the line of his defenders or attackers because Saints were in possession of the football, but this now is Hoppy. Well, they've managed to retain possession for their team, the Saints. It's with Iro now. Wrestled to the ground by Senior. Iro plays the ball to Tuilangi. He then finds Perolini. Perolini flicks the ball back despite being tackled by 3. Long to Wellens. Wellens, wide it goes. Whoa. And this is Newler. And Newler back to Sullivan. Sullivan ball back inside to Newler.
Hint of a forward pass there. The officials have allowed it.
And it's with Newler again.
He's got to be offside. Well, I can't believe that. It's a handover. Newler. He hasn't heard the whistle, he said. Well, surely Mackay has got to be on an offside position. He didn't make any attempt to come back on the 10. Well, very fortunate there. Saints had them on the rack. I must say, Eddie, they're having all sorts of problems. Leeds out on that right area in defence.
That's the wing that is occupied by Paul Sterling and Graham Mackay. It's Leeds in possession now here with Sheridan, and now it's with Senior. Another great tackle by Long. Sheridan, inside it goes to Carl Pratt. Pratt wheels away from the defenders, gives it to Jackson. Jackson then on it goes to Barnhill. Barnhill, oh well, he's all on his own and running down a blind alley there. There was no second phase. That's the last, this set of 6. Here it is now with Harris. He dabs it over the top. Hoppy has funneled back to his own line, and the New Zealander will bring the ball back, and he'll go round Senior. Hay is there though, and Senior did well because he forced him out wide, and then Hoppy had to come inside in the field of play.
Oh, went high there.
McDermott is penalised.
Doesn't have to make contact. Tuilangi went underneath, but he's glad he did. Whoa. He caught him. I thought he'd missed him. The replay showed quite clearly. That's the reason why the penalty is given. Well, they're having all sorts of trouble here, are the Rhinos, in their defensive pattern. And even on that kick there from Harris, it was a very poor chase.
It's Wellens from dummy half, and he's got Fleary to face and McDermott. Thundered into the floor by the 2 Leeds prop forwards. Cunningham to Wellens. Wellens threw a dummy, and Jackson was first to react with Fleary. O'Neill at dummy half. This is Sculthorpe. Dummy from Sculthorpe. He spun away from one. Barnhill was there.
Well, they're bouncing off the tackles. They really are not getting them down onto the deck quick.
Cunningham! Good ankle tap by Fleary. Vital that he got to that ankle. Nicol held up just short of the line.
Well, I'm not so sure that Sonny Nicol realised that was on the last. Would have been far better served by allowing a kick. Sean Long was screaming for the football. You see, he obviously didn't know that that was the last. Golden opportunity wasted.
This is Mackay now for Leeds. He's found Sterling, and there's space for Sterling. This fellow belies his age. What a run from Sterling. Pulled down eventually by Perellini.
Did well with the big prop forward, Perellini, to get back. Excellent cover tackle.
Harris to Mackay. Mackay trying to step around joint, but can't. 3 tackles gone. Most of those 66 metres made by the run from Sterling. Little dink over the top by Jackson. Just finds the wrong side of the corner flag as far as he's concerned. The 2 coaches watching anxiously on.
Wonderfully quick thinking there from the hooker. Realised there was no one at home. Just didn't get the bounce. Went to the right rather to the left. Back on the inside. This is a beautiful run from Sterling. And watch out, Perellini, the big forward, comes through. That is great effort. That shows you that Saints have got plenty of team spirit.
And Paul Sterling a try in each of his last 2 matches. He needs just half a dozen tries for 100. It's a career that started late in life. He was about 29 when he went to Hull. And here he is now 7 years on and still thrilling them in Super League. As are these 2 sides here tonight. 14 minutes gone. We've seen some great stuff already from the 2 of them. It's with Hoppy now. 5 appearances last year, and he went home with a grand final winner's ring, Sean Hoppy. Iro, Long, Nicol, through Barnhill. Jackson's there, McDermott's there. Good job they were too. Last tackle. Saints still in their own half of the field. Cunningham to Long, the kick. Good kick too. And Cummins will have to run this back. St Helens just lolloping forward in the chase. Hoppy and Iro, but it's an absolutely dead straight line, and Leeds are being forced up the middle.
Well, St Helens are using the compressed defence. Leeds, they're opting for a man-on-man marking, and I'm not so sure that that's the right option against Saints.
McDermott back on the inside to Sheridan. He escapes the clutches of Sculthorpe. Tuolangi and Perellini there. That's the 3rd tackle this set of 6. Jackson. Here's Harris. Showed it to Barnhill, then gave it to Mackay. Newlove's after him.
Did well, Newlove there. Offered him the chance to go on the outside.
Harris again. Here's Jackson. Jackson then to Morley. Steps inside 2, steps inside 3. Straightens it up now. And 30 metres away from the St Helens line, he's grounded. That's the last for Leeds Rhinos. Not the best pass, it bounced in front of Hay. Hay taking on Nicol, flicks the ball back. Harris will collect it for Leeds. Kick coming in here, I'm sure. Right up in the air. Who wants it? Only Wellens, it would seem.
Well, Harris put everyone on side. But I have to say, Eddie, yet again, the chase was not all that good. They look a little bit lethargic. You would think, oh, that went backwards, play off. You would think that it was Leeds that had the horrific coach journey over the Pennines. Came off a Leeds arm, that's why it's back to 0 and another set of 6.
Here's Sculthorpe. And that's dropped backwards to Long. Good decision by Russell Smith. The Leeds crowd don't like it, but it went backwards.
He's spot on, is the official. The Leeds player having a bit of an altercation. It looks like McDermott. They're trying to get blows in there. Touch judges on. Games will be stopped now. And they're still having a go.
It's Sculthorpe and McDermott.
Well, they were hanging on to each other as though they were stuck with super glue. And then they wanted to get away so that they could have a real old dab at each other. This is the incident that saw that Hay went over the top. And you can't see anything in the back play as yet. This is where he stopped it. We're having a real old tussle.
Referee's taking report from his touch judge.
Here it is. And it was a pretty heavy challenge there from McDermott. Sculthorpe didn't take too kindly to it. And there was plenty being said there, mainly due to the fact that they couldn't get their arms free to get in a good whack.
Listen, that there is something to know, providing you two forget about it. If you want to carry it on, I'll get my hand in my pocket. I'm playing second tackle, I'm playing no offence, fasten it up.
Well, Sculthorpe didn't look too impressed with the referee and touch judge report on that. But it'll be interesting next time Mr. McDermott takes the ball forward or Mr. Sculthorpe does.
But that's good refereeing, Eddie. You heard Russell Smith say, come on, forget about it now. Let's get on with the game of rugby league.
Yes, providing they are prepared to forget about it.
As you say, we'll wait and see.
Here's Tuilangi. Gets the ball away to O'Neill. O'Neill.
Well, again, we see the Leeds defence, they're grabbing and they're going far too high. They're not concentrating on someone going for the legs.
Sculthorpe got the ball away then. Paul Wellens was on the end of it. Newlove is the dummy half. Here's Long. Under pressure from Jackson. Great kick. And he jumped from the field of play, Carl Pratt. Although he went out, he defused the bomb.
Good thinking there by the winger, Carl Pratt. Very well, not the best kick.
Here's Morley now for Leeds.
Little doubt in my mind that the Leeds coach, Dean Lance, will not be impressed by the way that they've got their defensive line working. Oh, it's hotting up. Fans under us here in the South Stand. They really are warming things up for the players out there.
Oh,
Tuilangi lunged high.
He made a real grab then at Andy Hay. Good job he missed. Andy Hay's having a go at the referee. Here's Harris. Back it goes to Barnhill. Oh, just flicked off one way and then the other. Oh, and a penalty now for back chatting to St Helens.
Well, the official, Russell Smith, was explaining that it was Sheridan that had the first knock on. It doesn't have to hit the ground, of course. And this is the high tackle from Tuilangi. Wasn't too bad, really, I suppose, but there you see Nicol giving a bit of a facial. This is bubbling up nicely. Just turn the knob, get the gas up a little bit more, and I think we might have a bit of a boil over soon.
It's with Wellens to Cunningham, and now it's with Joint. 3 there to bring the St Helens skipper down. 20 metres away, it's O'Neill, I beg your pardon. Julian O'Neill, he's 20 metres away from the Leeds line. This is Sculthorpe, flicks the ball away, and Tuilangi has got it back. The tackle count continues. Long is there now, and he scampers away dummy half. Good ball also, there's Joint, and Joint steps inside Harris. Still Joint. Barnhill wraps him up eventually. Newlove, Long, Sculthorpe. Back it goes to O'Neill again. Cunningham. Here's Long. Thought about the kick. Had all the time in the world. Oh! Joint hit the deck after being hit by Fleary. This is Wellens.
Now then, what sort of kick will Sean Long produce? They're going blind.
Sculthorpe dabs it over the top. Palm back inside. Ooh. Tuilangi thinks he's in for the try. The referee's whistle blew immediately. He's ordered the turnover. It's no try.
Not a bad effort. Neat little kick there from Sculthorpe. And that was forward. No doubt about that.
Good call again from Russell Smith. Harris gets the ball away to Sheridan, and he in turn finds Graham Mackay, playing rugby union in France for Béziers, and wrote here for a chance and got it big style in Super League. Jackson away from dummy half, taking on Nicol and taking on
Two superb long runs from the two wingers, first Carl Pratt and then Paul Sterling. But other than that, they've found it very difficult to get through this solid defence from Saints.
8 in possession for Leeds, only 2 sets completed. Faultless so far for Saints, 7 completions from 7. And here they come again now. They're back in possession with Anthony Sullivan, who loves to play against Leeds, it would seem. He's scored some fantastic tries against Leeds over the year.
Well, I don't know whether these are tactics from the Leeds players. Been told by their coach Dean Lance that let's go high and hit them. But I think they'd be better served by going for the legs.
It's with Perolini now. Jackson went for the legs, and Barnhill to wrap Perolini up. Cunningham to Long. Long flicked off the fingertips of Mackay.
Well, that's a shame, because that would have been a forward pass. Sean Long held on to that ball far too long, and that would have been a forward pass for mine if Newlove would have got to it.
Momentum rule.
Well, he was running on a side angle with Sean Long, not forward. I don't think that would have come into play. So a fortunate set of 6. Not surprisingly, looks like we've got a substitution.
Well, the one thing you can say about this this top 5, looking forward 3 or 4 weeks to the playoffs, it's either Dean Lance or Ian Millwood or Matthew Elliott, Frank Endicott or Stuart Raper. Anybody could be walking out at Old Trafford.
Well, this will be interesting. Who will he give the head and feet to? Scott Leeds. Got the ball out wide. And it was Wellens that has been deemed to have got a hand to it.
It's right on halfway, this scrum, and Ryan Sheridan to feed it. Gets it, and they come down the blind side with Cummins, but Long was there with Iro to haul him down. It's a wonderful boost for St Helens, with the playoffs imminent, to have Iro and Newlove in the centres.
Well, to be fair, we've seen very little in attack from Newlove as yet. He'll be a bit ring rusty, that's for sure.
He will, but just getting his feet again as the playoffs arrive. Mackay, there is Newlove with the tackle, helped out by Sculthorpe. 2 massive figures, what a presence they are in the centres. Sinfield for Leeds with a little run down the right-hand side. Mackay.
He could be the difference. Bringing on Sinfield, he wants a little bit more of a playmaker out there. That was touched off a Saints player, and I don't think the official's seen it.
Yes, he has. He's wiped the tackle count down.
Eagle eye yet again of Russell Smith.
It's with Morley. So a big opportunity here for Leeds. That's the first of another set of 6. This now is Hay. Here is Senior. He brushed it away from Long, and he's still fighting for the play. He's lost it.
Went backwards. He'll be deemed a knock-on. Penalty.
Oh, knocked out. Knocked out.
2 men in the tackle.
Sheridan. Harris takes it back there again. Oh, what a run from Harris. He's lost it now. No, he hasn't. It's been stolen again.
Beautiful weaving run there from the lead skipper. Now then, someone's thrown the ball away, and they'll bring the captain out. Stop wasting time. Look at the balance on this guy. And little doubt that Iro was in attendance.
I think he's going to tell Chris Joint here to tell his players that's the second penalty quickly.
Fairly quickly.
For the same
Next
offence.
one, I think you know what might happen. Talk them out of it, or otherwise I'll have no
This is the first one.
Same as them. No problem.
You can see there that Sean Hoppy had the arm in. Well, Mr. Nicol was also in attendance. A lot of these players, very professional at it. They don't use the fingers, Eddie. They just use the forearm to try to kid the officials, but certainly not kidding referee Russell Smith this evening. He really is Johnny on the spot, or Russell on the spot.
Well, he had a massive match at the JJB Stadium last week, didn't he, and had to make some very, very big calls. And he's obviously been put in charge of this match here tonight, and it's sort of a vote of confidence from Greg McCallum at the Rugby League to give him a match of this importance again.
Well, they obviously feel that he is the number one at the moment, but that could change. A few bad decisions. Who knows? But I must say he's handled this exceptionally well tonight, as Mr. Smith.
Well, that's the angle that Iestyn Harris has for this penalty. 2 quick penalties, and St Helens on a warning. Any more stealing the ball, 2 in the tackle, and the referee will be taking action of his own, and that will involve a yellow card. So 4 points the gap, this to reduce it by 2. Harris. No problems. He is a kicker of fine quality, this fellow. Iestyn Harris with the boot, leads 4, St Helens trying a goal, 6.
Beautiful strike. I do feel that he's changed his style this season. He certainly takes a lot longer in the build-up to his kicks.
Well, if you think Iestyn Harris on one side of the fence and Paul Sculthorpe on the other, 2 ex-Warrington players, and what sort of team would Warrington have if they were both there now? Drop out coming up from underneath the sticks.
I think he just throws it. He tries to throw it forward.
I think his foot was on the line.
That should be a penalty, you know.
Stop trying to go, push ball forward and go. Go and get on with it, lads.
Well, he tried his damnedest. I don't know what was going through his mind.
On the back, lads.
Watch his back foot here, it lands on the line.
Yep.
So he was out first.
I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Get him, whoa!
It's with Nicol now.
Maybe there's a representative for some circus in town.
Matautia. Huge physical presence when this fella comes off the bench. It's with Cunningham. Lovely step. He won't be stopped. Fabulous try. Fabulous Kieran Cunningham try. Matautia had the physical presence in the middle, and then from the play the ball, this fellow, well, they just couldn't stop him. Cunningham with the try behind the sticks.
He reigns supreme, doesn't he? Tremendous work there. He knew that if they got a quick play the ball, he was going to scamper away. He knows how to go forward, this guy. All came about from this error from Morley. What on earth was going through his brain? I know it was going through this fella's brain. I'm off for 4. And surely it'll soon turn into 6. Playing out of his skin. You can see there, this Leeds defence, well, it has been woeful. They are just not moving forward. They are allowing Saints to run the show. And you can't allow it when this guy gets on the move from the dummy half position. One of the best in the business.
Well, Dean Lance, that'll be, I'm sure, part and parcel of his half-time discussion, how to stop runs like that, damaging runs from Kieran Cunningham. Long with his conversion. It's almost academic, this. I'm going to put you on the spot in a minute, Steve-O, about Kieran Cunningham and James Lowes. You have a big rap on both, I know. Who do you think's the best? As long as the extras.
Different styles, Eddie. Cunningham, probably the better of the two going forward. Jimmy Lowes, probably the better of the two near the try line. But you can see the Leeds defence yet again. This is why he's so quick, Cunningham. He realises that their defence is all at sea. And it's going to be a big ask now for Dean Lance to sort this out. As I mentioned earlier, the biggest problem is the fact that St Helens are playing the sliding compact defence. Leeds are working on a man-to-man system, and it's just not working.
Oh, he's got him for the knock-on. Referee says that hit Paul Wellens on the arm.
Not happy with it. And it did. It did go backwards.
Well, it hit his arm, but was he trying to get out of the way of it anyway? The referee has made his decision, and Leeds won't be complaining about that. Saints might be if Leeds get over for a try here, because Harris has possession. Wellens is after him. Flicks it back though to Mackay. Talk of physical presence for St Helens, Matautia and Cunningham. What about this fella Mackay for Leeds and Jackson from dummy half? Here's Farrell. Tuilangi flew out of the defensive line to try and haul him down. Hay to Morley. Good tackling by Tuilangi again.
Far too flat. Got to stand a little bit way back so they can get some room to move.
Sheridan, good run. Sheridan. Sculthorpe hauled him down.
Then again, Sheridan running across the face of the defence, but nobody running.
Lovely ball from Sinfield. Mackay, oh, he was almost ready to stretch that arm out, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4 around him there.
Great work from Joint.
It's with Sheridan now. Dab through looking for Jackson. Oh, Lodge missed it. Jackson's got the try.
He'll go to the screen on this. He's looking to see whether his legs have gone on the dead goal. But I think you'll find that Jackson just gets him down.
And is he onside?
He's onside. There's no doubt about it. And he wants to see whether the foot from Jackson is a dead in goal line. And I think he just gets it down before. The video ref wants to see whether when Sheridan puts boot to ball, it's a planned move. You can see there that Lee Jackson said, put the boot in, I'm going. He's onside. A-OK to start with. Now they'll look to see whether his feet brush the whitewash. It was an awful attempt there, wasn't it? I think it just gets it down in time. Sean Long, well, an air swing. And this is the moment. He just, yep, no doubt about that. This will be TRY time.
Well, it all came about after Wellens was adjudged to have knocked on. Little harsh maybe the call from Russell Smith, but Jackson looks like he's got the 4. He has. Lee Jackson with the try for Leeds. The South Stand are celebrating. He got a try in last year's playoff defeat, 14-38 at Knowsley Road, but that puts Leeds back in it.
Super kick. Definitely a planned move, but Sean Long had every opportunity to make sure that Jackson couldn't score, and he missed it completely.
Well, Yeston Harris to add the extras here from bang in front, surely. And Harris doesn't miss those. Lee Jackson then. Hooker for England. Cunningham. Hooker for Wales in the forthcoming World Cup. 2 of them hitting their straps here.
Well, you can see there, look how Jackson lifts the left arm. It's on, he's saying. It is on. No one's at home. Wellens wasn't there. Sean Long, he was there, but completely missed it.
Well, Yeston Harris has just passed 300 points in all competitions for the year now, and he'll be looking to score more in the World Cup for Wales. The Rugby League World Cup 2000 begins on Saturday, October the 28th. It's England against Australia, live from Twickenham here on Sky Sports. Kick-off 6:30. Any other information about the World Cup, about that match, 0113 232 911. The Rugby League headquarters open for business on Monday morning.
Well, they'll be bitterly disappointed. St Helens, of course, as Eddie has just mentioned, fullback Wellens being deemed to have knocked on from that position. Leeds have got themselves back into this game.
Dink over the top is by Harris. Sullivan is turned around.
Much better chase. The enthusiasm has lifted since Kevin Sinfield came into the scene.
Here's Wellens now. Fleary and Farrell in there quickly. Now Sean Hoppy taking on Sinfield and Mackay and Fleary. Cunningham. Matautia. Another drive in from Matautia. Cunningham again. Good ball to Sculthorpe. Wide it goes to Newlove. Mackay all over the top of Paul Newlove. Chris Joint is the dummy half, and it's with Sean Long. Carl Pratt, that's off the chest. Well, the St Helens supporters at the other end will say that that was similar to the one that Paul Wellens was pinned fall. But it wasn't.
Well, he made sure that the arms are well and truly out of the way. No doubt about it that he hit the chest. Well, there's a lot of interfering at the play the ball yet again. That looked pretty high too.
Joint on Cleary, referee said all right. Here's Jackson. Cunningham was after him and he knew that Cunningham was bundling him into touch. The referee's whistle is gone.
This should be a penalty then. He's going to check with a touch judge.
2 in 1, 2 on 1. Penalty Leeds.
That's the third occasion now that Saints have been penalised for that type of infringement. And you'll see that Newlove definitely flicked it out with his left hand. Well done, the touch judge. It was great to see that many flag wavers helping the man in the middle.
5 minutes to the half-time break, and Leeds trailing for all of this half so far, looking to go in ahead with Senior. It's with Senior looking for the penalty. Down a dying swan there. Here is Morley. Good tackling by Perolini. Oh, it wasn't played properly, but he couldn't play properly.
Accidentally keep the ball forward, scrum here.
Well, he said that Morley accidentally kicked the ball forward, but Perolini was hanging onto his jersey.
Well, how on earth can he not give a penalty for that?
Accidentally keep the ball forward.
And it's the Saints player, yeah. Perolini. Not seen by the official. Pretty difficult, of course. He doesn't have the benefit of the slow-mo replay.
Tuilangi attracts 4 opposition players to him, and then they take too long, and then there's back chatting, and Tuilangi will get on with this. Leeds are on the back foot. Tuilangi bounces off one.
Well, I said he was getting messy in and around the play the ball area, and then you do that. The referee's going to lose his patience sometime.
And he just has. This is Sean Long now. 2 points in it. First half. Sculthorpe. Oh, what a hit from Fleary.
Felt it as well. Sculthorpe's not too well.
Nickel.
But at least Leeds are now trying to go down low to make the tackle. That's a good hit from Morley. Will be classed as a knock-on.
For the knock-on.
Picked it up in front of him offside.
No, the referee has changed his mind. He said that the St Helens man has picked it up in front here, and so he's offside.
Sean Long just in front of Paul Wellens, but it was a big hit. Second rower from Adrian Morley. Well, they were very shaky, I must say, in the opening 20 minutes Leeds. But they slowly and surely have got themselves back into this game. But it looked at one point, Eddie, when Cunningham raced away for that try. They were going to run away with the scoreboard too.
Senior getting to his feet eventually. Jackson, long ball, and it wasn't the best. It's gone back and behind Harris. Here's Mackay. Harris again. Sinfield on to Hay. It was off the collar of Hay by Perolini. Jackson. Sheridan. Back he goes the other way. Saw a little gap. Matautia and Nickel were there. Oh, he's in the bin. Sonny Nickel's on his way to the bin.
It had to happen, hadn't it? Continue to... he's absolutely gobsmacked, isn't he?
Well, Chris Joyce was warned earlier by Russell Smith, not necessarily for this offence, but warned he was.
Well, deliberately not allowing the man to get on with the game. Sheridan couldn't get in, and that could prove very costly indeed. Looks like Harris is going to go and try to square it just before half-time.
Well, Ian Millwood now has made his way from the front row of the director's box down to the sideline.
It's going to be an interesting 8 minutes in the second stanza. The Saints will be down to 12 men. Well, I think he's been left wondering how on earth he could go in at half-time. Only 2 points in front, that's providing Harris does not kick this.
Well, Dean Lance will think he's got out of jail free if Harris kicks this.
No doubt about that. He knows that they have not played well, especially in their defence.
But this kick to make it 12-all at half-time. And he's bang in front. And Iestyn Harris has all the distance. And Leeds have the 12 points. 12-all. The Rhinos against the Saints. And Ian Millwood bemoaning his luck, I think, and bemoaning the fact that he'll be down to 12 men for 8 minutes at least of the second half. Well, Dean Lance will feel like he's won the lottery. It's 12-all. It was a match that looked in danger of slipping away from the Rhinos on the half hour when Cunningham went in for the second Saints try. It was 12-4 then, but in the 10 minutes up to the break, the Jackson try and 2 kicks from Iestyn Harris gives us the 12-all scoreline that we have at the half-time break. 2 of the heavyweights of Super League now slugging it out here, and it's all square at half-time.
A Parisian rendezvous. A French lesson in the art of brilliance.
Oh, what a finish!
England take on the world and European champions, a team whose football is out of this world. For Keegan, the new era, a winning formula to find with World Cup qualifiers imminent. For England, the future starts now. An international football double with France v England, Saturday at 7, live only on Sky Sports 2.
Darling,
Yeah?
there comes a time when a woman needs to hear those 3 little words. Are you listening?
I love you.
Oh, do you really?
Do I really what? It always makes me feel proud when I'm here. It's where my father came. The crowd loved him. And he loved them. This is him, gearing up before the race. Yes, he loved the whole thing. The atmosphere, the smell, the sound of the crowd, even the cues. Here he is, as he made his world record. Never before has someone sold so many hot dogs. They even gave him this. And just for him, I want to see if I can do the same.
Hot dogs! Hot dogs! Hot dogs!
He who drinks Australian thinks Australian.
A serious mouthful of fruity juiciness. Starburst, get your juices going.
The closest shave is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Mach 3. Easy loading, easy rinsing, and 3 blades that shave closer in 1 easy stroke. It's the easiest way to the closest shave. Mach 3 from Gillette.
Hi.
Try One Day AccuView contact lenses. Made mainly of water, they're unsurpassed for comfort. Contact lenses have changed. Why don't you?
Did Jesse Owens experience his worst racism in America? Nick Hornby asked Tony Adams, has he really changed from Jack the Lad to Renaissance man? And which contenders can buck the image of British athletics at this year's Olympics? All in Observer Sport Monthly, free with the Observer this Sunday.
Let someone else help you. If we receive your completed form by the 30th of September, we will calculate your tax for you.
Darling,
Did you know that the Peugeot 206 Look now comes with air conditioning and free insurance?
More rugby union coming up for you tomorrow. It's Leicester against Northampton, exclusively live from Welford Road. That's tomorrow afternoon from 1:30 on Sky Sports 3. Here at half-time in the Super League, the Leeds Rhinos are 12 and St Helens 12. 2 tries to 1 though for the champions. Harris's 4 goals really have kept Leeds in it. Sean Long has kicked a couple for the Saints. Interesting half-time team talks on the way from the 2 coaches. Leeds, as we suggested, Dean Lance will be relatively pleased, I think, the way his team well, outplayed might not be the right word, but they were certainly on the back foot in that first half. And just down the corridor, Ian Millwood knows his men. They have to come out and play with 12 in the second half for the opening 8 minutes, at least. Good contest, though, isn't it, between 2 of the heavyweights of the Super League, 2 teams who will be involved in the playoffs for the grand final. And if it stays as it is now and Leeds get the draw against the champions tonight, well, Leeds will certainly be in 4th place going into those playoffs, just tucked in behind Wigan, St Helens and the Bradford Bulls. Talking of the Bradford Bulls, Matthew Elliott, their coaches, are guest here at Headingley tonight, and perfectly calm. You were just alongside us on the gantry tonight. You're watching it and no emotion, but not a bad match, is it?
They're certainly not taking any prisoners out there. They're really sinking their bodies into each other, and from our view on the gantry, you can hear the contact, and it's been a very hard-fought match. And before the game, I spoke about key plays, and there were 2 key plays in that half. And both sides failed to field kickoffs and paid the ultimate punishment for not ramming home their ascendancy that they both had at that time. So bring on chapter 2.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm reminded that last week in the match at Wigan, the kick-off was an absolutely vital part of your pre-match planning, because you went for the short one, didn't you? Right from the start.
Well, it's a set play, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a piece where you know that you can determine the outcome of it. And Yeston Harris's spiral kick-offs are certainly very difficult to handle, and you can't be too hard on Paul Wellens. And Adrian Morley did the right thing, catch the ball. He just needed someone to talk to him and let him know to let it go. And as I said, step to the plate, Kieran Cunningham, try time.
Well, I know we're going to hear from the chairman of the Hookers Union in a moment, but we've got 2 great hookers on show here, haven't we? Kieran Cunningham of Wales and Lee Jackson, who knows, maybe of England. And we haven't mentioned the Irishman yet at your place.
Yeah, they're all high quality. They have to be high quality to be at the top of the ladder. Of course, they touch the ball more than anyone else, and both of them are having outstanding games.
They are indeed. Let's hear from the chairman then of the union. I mean, you must be impressed. I did put you on the spot in the first half about the comparison between Cunningham and Lowe's, but Jackson's not a bad number 9 either, is he?
No, in fact, that's one of the positions that we do have some great players in there. As I mentioned just before the half-time, Cunningham, a different style, going forward, one of the best in the world from the dummy half. Jimmy Lowe's perhaps a little bit more constructive in and around the try area. But I must say that Leeds will be just, thinking they've got away with this, really. It wasn't a very good start. There's a mistake from Fleary very early in the match, 2 minutes gone, and we found themselves throwing the ball away. Look at that defence. It was all at sea. Look at that, Mackay and Sterling. And Wellens just had to roll over for a try there. They were in all sorts of trouble, but this was good work from Morley. You could see there that Hoppy had been sucked in, and Pratt did everything right. In and out, had the measure of Wellens, but not this guy Long. They really work hard for each other. Little halfback got through. Mackay on this occasion, well, I may call him the old-timer, but look for the prop forward, Parolini. He comes out of nowhere. Again, team spirit. They really do work hard for themselves, Saints. And this was the kick over from Sculthorpe. No doubt about it, it was a forward pass to Ilangi. Definitely a no try. You can see the referee, Russell Smith, already saying it's a changeover. But this just shows you the ability of this man, but it also shows you how poor the Leeds defence has been in this first half. They've already missed 12 tackles in the first 40 minutes, and then this is a mistake. Well, I'm not so sure that should have been a knock-on. He didn't make any play for it with his arms, but I'm not the referee. Russell Smith is. And from it, a set move. Super kick there from Sheridan, but what on earth was Sean Long doing there? A little bit like one of my golf shots. Jackson just got it down before his body went over the whitewash. And as I said, I think Leeds will be quite happy with the fact that they are still in this game. It's going to be interesting now, of course, because Saints will start the second half with only 12 men. So will Leeds keep this ball alive? I would imagine they should, but whether they will, we'll have to wait and see.
We will. I started off the half-time analysis with Steve-O and Matthew by saying that Leeds maybe hadn't been outplayed. Maybe that's a harsh word to use, but they have been on the back foot, haven't they?
Well, early on, St Helens came out and threw everything at them and controlled the ball a lot better than they did in the back half of that 40 minutes. And Leeds, they played constructive rugby when they had the ball, but they just didn't control it well enough early, so they sort of changed mantles as it went on. St Helens have been doing a lot of work on the ball and the tackle, and they've been penalised 3 times for reefing at the ball, and that's been really costly for them. And ultimately, it may have contributed to Sonny Nicol being sin-binned.
Well, he lost his patience, didn't he, Russell Smith? As indeed he did last weekend at the JJB Stadium. You know how difficult it is to play with 11 men. You know how difficult it is to play with 12. Leeds, St Helens rather now in the second half, they've got to weather a bit of a storm, haven't they?
Well, as long as
first 8 minutes.
As long as they can keep 12 men on the field, it's not too hard to handle. It's when you're down by 2 that makes a massive difference. You know, you have to cover some more holes. But if they play with some composure and some smarts, like getting the ball into the touch in their early possessions and winding that clock down early, I don't think it'll make a huge impact on the game as long as that's the worst damage they have.
Okay, well, it's all to play for in the second half. I think that's what we're saying up here, because it's 12 all, and oh dear, we've got a little nature problem. And I hope he's on the middle of the he's on the middle of the field. Is the little toad? And you know what they say? There's an old joke, isn't there? I'm thinking about when the toad was asked how it started, and it was started because it began as a pimple on his bottom. Well,
it's amazing, isn't it? How I've grown. It is not one of my relatives, I can assure you.
It is. It is one of his relatives. Poor old Steve-O, he has the mickey taken out of him week after week, but that's what he gets paid £1 million a year for. It's Kieran Cunningham who has caught the eye. It's 12 points each here at Headingley. Let's go and rescue that toad.
I'm not a dentist! But after eating icy orbit sugar-free gum!
If you want to help your kids through school and college, call Tiny, because they've slashed hundreds of pounds off some brilliant PCs built around Intel Pentium 3 processors. They come as complete PC systems with great accessories and top-name educational software. In fact, about the only thing Tiny don't supply is the student. Call now for Tiny's big education sale price list.
Love your hair in the morning, hate it when the fresh feeling fades.
Not anymore. New L'Oreal Elvive Citrus CR shampoo for normal to occasionally greasy hair.
I've got that freshly washed feeling that lasts longer.
L'Oreal's amazing Citrus CR technology is designed to cleanse and smooth each hair to help lock out impurities.
Cleaner, lighter, for longer. Feels like it's just been washed.
Keep that freshly washed feeling.
For longer.
New L'Oreal Elvive Citrus CR shampoo.
L'Oreal, because I'm worth it.
I'm so impressed. You really showed him a thing or two.
As you know, I'm not bothered. But women love a winner.
Worthington, it's a man thing.
Nobody knows your kids like you do.
No one would want to.
Which is why, with the parental controls on AOL, it really is you, the parents, who stay in control.
Make a nice change.
You see, you can set different internet controls for a teenager than for an under 12, say. And it's so easy to set up, isn't it?
I managed it.
And it doesn't get much easier than that. You'll probably want to know more, so call us on 0800 756 9999.
This is such a rare treat.
What, tuna? Just kidding. It's great to have lunch with my wife.
I wish we could do this more often. Perhaps I could take early retirement.
What's brought this on?
Oh, I don't know. It's just being here with you. And them. That's my pager.
Keep your options open with flexible pensions and investments from Clerical Medical.
Right, that's it.
Buy one Summerfield Price Check chilled thin and crispy pizza, get one free.
Pizza offering?
I'm not a dentist, but after eating, I chew Orbit sugar-free gum.
Destination Springfield Central is calling you.
You can enjoy the Simpsons 10th anniversary celebration on Sky One.
2 brand new episodes, the A to Z of The Simpsons, hosted by Homer himself, and the cast members tell us their favourite Springfield moments.
Hey kids, well stay tuned for another show.
I love anniversaries because I have an excuse to eat more cake with donuts on them.
The Simpsons 10th anniversary this weekend, only on Sky One.
Come on, come on, come on.
International football coming up for you tomorrow night. 2 live matches. Sky Sports Extra from 6, Germany against Greece. And on Sky Sports 2 from 7, England against France. That's 2 internationals coming up for you tomorrow night, and the only place to see them live is right here on Sky Sports. The place to watch the Super League live is Sky Sports as well. It's Leeds 12, St Helens 12. 2 tries to 1 though for the champions. During the break we told you that we had a slight problem with little Toad. Oh dear me, they were chasing him all over the show and trying to get him off the pitch. And it just shows you that we are a caring society here at Headingley. He has been picked up, been handed to a young lady on the sidelines, and I hope that she doesn't give him a kiss, because it might turn into a handsome Steve-O.
There's only one prince, Eduardo, and I'm sat at the side of him.
There he goes. Oh, they see. Well, all is fine. All is fine. All is fine with those people as well, the St Helens supporters. Although they will be a little anxious maybe at the start of this second half. They could easily have been in total control of this match, couldn't they?
Yeah, and I think they'll be a little bit disappointed that they did not drive it home and really take advantage, especially in that first 20 minutes where Leeds in their defensive pattern was really out of sorts. I'm sure that Dean Lance would have had plenty to say about that for this second stanza.
Well, we're underway. St Helens, of course, with 12 men. Leeds with the 1-man advantage. Started this second half with Sonny Nicol in the sin bin, 2 minutes from the break. And apparently the word is that it won't be until the first 8.5 minutes of this match in the second half are played that Mr Nicol will reappear from the sideline. Darryl Powell is on, as you just saw there. He played the ball to Jackson, who in turn has given it in field to Farrell, I beg your pardon. And there's Jackson again. Now it's with Fleary up the middle, but Cunningham and Matautier and Joint in there with the tackle. Jackson will come this way, and a little dab over the top, but Anthony Sullivan had read the script, and he tips it inside to Wellens. Wellens got away from Darryl Powell, but can't get away from those two. And it's a knock-on against Paul Wellens. Referee getting the nod from his touch judge. And the young St Helens full back.
He's not having the rub of the green, is he? And he just lost it there as the ball-carrying arm made contact with the ground.
Well, most handling errors in a match, 3. Today's total 4 already. Now this is a huge opportunity for the Leeds Rhinos, and it's with Harris, and Harris has got Mackay on his outside. Harris is taking on his former Warrington teammate Sculthorpe, and Newlove's help. Sculthorpe brings Harris to the ground. Here's Darryl Powell,
Well, surely Leeds should be standing deeper now. Remember, Saints down at 12.
Sheridan to Fleary. It was Cunningham who was first man in, helped out by Matautia. Jackson to Harris, on it goes to Sheridan, back to Harris. Then they get it away, and it's with Morley.
Well, that's be a penalty.
No, referee let play on. Saints have it back.
Well, surely there were two men in there, and Perellini just dragged the ball away from Morley. Well, that surprised me. Relief for the Saints there. A big prop forward, Perellini got away with it. The Saints will be just quite happy to slow things down.
Here's Matautia again. Morley and Sinfield and Farrell there to bring him down. Well, let's pick up what was said in those dressing rooms at half-time as we go down to the touchline and Bill.
Leeds coach Dean Mark's pretty happy with that first 40 minutes from his side, especially the determination with which they stuck to their task. He's looking for that in the second half. On the attacking front, he's looking for a bit more variety from his side, just a little bit more imagination to try and unhinge this Saints sliding defence. And the word from the Leeds camp is that they're going to defend as though their lives depend on it. Mind you, that's exactly the same word from the Saints camp. Their coach Ian Millward, while a bit perplexed by the penalty count against his side, but as they went in at half-time, he was asking where the fourth official was. I think he wanted a word at that stage, but he did calm down. He calmed down enough to tell his players that they're still very much in this game. They've got to be patient though, and just look for the opportunities and defend when the time comes.
That ball came away from Keith Senior, it went backwards, and Leeds have got possession still.
Worse still though, it looks like Carl Pratt has picked up a pretty bad injury. He's in a lot of pain down there. Mackay tried to get it away, and it did go behind, and oh, that was the knee from Kevin Iro. Stray knee went right into the ribs of the winger Carl Pratt. Certainly would have felt that.
So here now is Darren Fleary.
Oh yeah, the right knee made big impact. But it did Matautia. It's warming up.
Carl Pratt continues to receive treatment. He's in some distress as Leeds with Sheridan at the kick in, and Wellens this time taking no chances, trapping the ball with his foot before taking the tackle from Fleary, from Harris and from Darryl Powell. Well, he's in real strife, is Carl Pratt.
Well, there's little doubt that Kevin Iro went into him with that knee. Had to decide whether it was an accident or not. Oh, good defence. Good stuff from Harris. Got to be penalised. Told him to release. Failed to do it. Well, you would have thought that Leeds players would have realised it was St Helens that gave away 3 quick penalties for an interference like that in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the first half.
Matautia is on the charge here for Saints. 7-5 the penalty count in Leeds' favour. Cunningham to Long. It's with Sculthorpe, and Perellini has dropped it. Francis Cummins has swooped.
Good job that Long was there.
Took the words out of my mouth.
He was really well away.
And there's Morley almost to the halfway line rather.
Look at this. It was a clear field. Williams coming to the picture late.
Sinfield gets the ball away to Mackay. Mackay bounces off the would-be challenger. Sculthorpe can't get away from Newland. Quick play the ball here. It's with Sheridan. Sheridan brings it back on the inside. Mackay with the strength. Wellens great tackle. Knocked back by Cunningham. And it's great play from the St Helens hooker.
Mackay trying to keep the ball alive. And you could see that Cunningham would put him in between there. There was no chance that Darryl Powell was going to receive that. A little bit of panic setting in. But good build-up though by Leeds.
6 minutes of the second half gone. Remember, 2.5 to go for Sonny Nicol in the sin bin. That ball's come out. Iro's lost it. It's with Senior. Senior inside. And Chet Walker has scored for Leeds. But the referee hasn't given it yet. Hands it on to the video referee, Steve Presley tonight.
My instinct was that he lost it.
Now, was the ball lost?
Look, I didn't see a
or
steal,
was that an illegal steal?
Well, there's Morley trying to bring him down, and I think he's just lost it.
And And if this is given the green light, what an impact Chev Walker has had.
Yep, just lost control. No doubt in my mind, and I'm sure that the video referee will have the same. It's a ball-carrying arm, and he just loses it. Morley had two hands on the upper part of the body. I thought perhaps Mackay had bombed it, but he got the ball back on the inside. Good position though by Chev Walker. This will be TRY.
17 years of age, Ian Millwood, I think, knows the worst, having watched the replay with us on the big screen. And the try is given to Leeds. Chev Walker with the try, just on the field for the injured Carl Pratt, takes his tally for the season to 4.
Well, it all came about from the lost ball from Kevin Iro. And at this point, I thought he just bombed it, but wonderful position in the end by Chev Walker. Combination there. Morley wrestling with him, loses the ball as Iro. Back on the inside. Wonderful play there by Walker. Read it perfectly.
And Ian Millwood, that's his reaction to the video referee's decision. Leeds have hit the front for the first time, and Iestyn Harris 4 from 4 tonight. This about 15 metres away from the post, but at a fairly acute angle, but the right side for a right-footed kicker. This to increase the Leeds advantage to 6. 12-all half-time. Walker's try. Harris adds the extra 2, and Leeds are ahead 18-12.
Well, it has proved a costly sin binning for the St. Helens side. Pretty calm, cool and collected, Dean Lance. Had the opportunity there, and it was good work from Morley. Ball dislodged, it just popped up nice and easy for Mackay. And as I mentioned, he read it ever so well to the youngster Walker.
Well, Sonny Nicol has just re-emerged from the sin bin, and while he's been off, Leeds have got themselves ahead in this match for the first time. 6 points it is. Here's the try scorer, Walker. Leeds enjoying the greater of the possession in this second half so far.
It's
Jackson.
It's amazing, Eddie. Really, all the tries have come just after the opposition have made a blunder, knock on, or drop the ball. That was the occasion then. That was the sandwich, and Jackson would have felt it.
Yes, he was the meat in the sandwich. It's with Morley. Oh, Enia just walked all over the top of him. That's a great ball. Cummins. Oh, what a tackle from Wellens.
Oh, he was looking to get away with that. Wellens was still hanging on.
Powell, looping ball to Harris. Harris bringing it to the right-hand side. Little chip that's bounced off Perolini.
Back to 6. He'll be back to 6.
Yes, referee wipes the tackle count down because Paul Sterling has his back for the Leeds Rhinos. Kevin Sinfield attacking them down the right-hand touchline, and it's with Newlove and Sculthorpe the tackling responsibility. Jackson scampering into dummy half. Here now is Iestyn Harris. He gives the responsibility to Fleary, and Fleary grounded about 5 metres short of the line. Jackson to Harris. You sense here that Leeds sniff blood. They fancy the kill. Ball bounced to Walker again.
Not the best pass, went to ground. Good work again from Walker.
Senior. It's with Farrell. He pops it back up now for Darryl Powell.
Now then, what's Harris going to do? Combination with Sheridan. You can see Harris pushing Sheridan out of the way. Is it going to be a little kick into the in goal?
He's running it. He's giving it to Mackay.
Oh, what a swinger from Matautia. He's knocked him out with a whap. Swinging left arm. He could go for this. Well, I don't know why Ian Millwood is saying what's wrong. That's the reason. Matautia. That was coconut shy time. Bang!
Well, he celebrated his 31st birthday yesterday, did Vila Matautia, and this tackle is going to go on report.
And rightly so.
Just a bit concerned about that tackle.
Oh.
Certainly
deserves sending off. That is just a malicious attack to the head. Here it comes. Oh, defenceless is Mackay. That is all. And it's not the fun of the fair. He's a very, very fortunate man. Look at the claret. If you needed any clarification that he went high, here it is. You cannot protect yourself like that. Two men holding your arms.
Well, that's before he saw the replay, to be fair to Ian Millwood. And the referee was much closer to the incident than he was, and he isn't sure either. So he's put the matter on report. And Graham Mackay leaves with, well, it could be a broken nose. Getting a sympathetic round of applause from the Headingley crowd.
One thing's for sure, you'll have a headache. Well, he's very fortunate, Matautia.
The incident's on report. Vila Matautia, not the first time this season that the disciplinary committee will view an incident involving the big Western Samoan. Well, Tommy Martin's a bit of a joker, and I'm sure that that's a reaction to something that Tommy has said rather than what we've seen on the screen. Andy Hay comes on for Graham Mackay.
With the scoreline at 18-12 and Deadeye Dick, Mr. Harris, about to perhaps add yet another 2 points. I'm not so sure that I'd like to see any coach smiling, joke or no joke. One thing that you will say, he'll be concerned that one of his star players is off the field in Graham Mackay. And I think you might be right, Eddie. It certainly looked like a broken nose. It deserved to be a broken nose.
Well, Iestyn Harris, 51.5 minutes of the match gone, and he has this opportunity to increase the lead to 8. And he's sliced it over the top of the bar. Harris has got 6 from 6, and Leeds have 20 to 12, an 8-point lead.
Just shows you the value of having such a good goal kicker. Slowly but surely in that first half, the lead skipper, Iestyn Harris, just kept pegging away, bobbing them over, kept just chipping away at the lead that St Helens had early in the game.
Well, they've celebrated 7 successive home wins here at Headingley. Their last defeat against the Bradford Bulls, 44-2 in May. The dark and distant past as far as Leeds are concerned. Since then, they have strode into the playoff places.
Difficult time now for Saints. They could start losing their cool. And if they do that, try to square a few things off. Leeds do have the firepower out there to rip them apart. It's an important period now for Saints.
Jackson, the dummy half. This is the last tackle, and Harris on halfway just hammers the ball over the top. Anthony Stewart will collect it near his own try line, just on the field. And
good
Stewart,
kick, good chase.
Tackled by Walker. Here is Iro now. Weaving run from the big Kiwi, Kevin Iro.
See Russell Smith, he was getting out of the way pretty quick.
Cunningham.
Oh, great work.
Offside, Leeds.
Let's get on with it. Under pressure now. Will this be the Saints' resurgence?
And here comes Julian O'Neill for St Helens. Powell has pinched it. Knock on is given against Darryl Powell.
And it was 1-1, that was all right. Russell Smith, and he did. So that's a knock on. Head and feed to Saints. Yep. Certainly went forward towards the Saints' post.
So St Helens have possession from the scrum. It's with Long. Oh, Nairo's dropped it. And Andy Hay has picked it up.
Well, there was a knock-on. It went backwards. But good work from Hay and wonderful work from Justin Harris. We could see that Saints are in disarray. That wasn't a knock-on. Did go backwards.
Here now is Darryl Powell.
It's getting tasty out there, Eddie.
It has been all night. Powell again. Newlod collars him with help from Sculthorpe. That's 3 tackles gone. Sinfield is the dummy half. It's with Ryan Sheridan. Here's Andy Hay. Oh, they just bowled Sean Long out of the way, and Long came back with the other 2 to bring him down. Jackson to Sheridan. Sheridan to Harris. Harris wide, it goes to Morley. Morley thought of the flick out wide, took them on, then flicks it to Senior. He finds Chef Walker, and Walker, he's got Sean Hoffley on his back, he's got Sonny Nicol ahead of him, and that's the last. Now what has Ryan Sheridan got up his sleeve here? Little dab through, Long collects. Long is tackled right on his own try line by Darryl Powell.
He did ever so well there. Long wasn't too impressed with the way that Powell came into it. There's a kick through. Did ever so well. Certainly went tight in Powell.
And Sinfield came in for good measure as well. Good defence on show here though from Leeds. This is the 4th tackle on Sullivan. And they've only made 19 metres. They might make a bit more now here. Oh, they will, because they weren't standing square.
Jackson had taken just a move to his right. Well, they've taken a quick tap. I'm not so sure that that's a high one. And I think you'll find that it was Farrell that went straight in.
Don't wave your hands at me. Just listen, please.
McDermott over the top.
2 or 3 incidents. We've got 2 or 3 penalties, Justin. Next one might go.
He's doing his best to keep the lid on it, isn't he, Russell Smith?
He's certainly covering some ground. The only problem with that is that sometimes the referee has to go into where the tackles are being made to try to calm things, but then loses control of the 10 metres.
Steve-o, we've mentioned the fact if Leeds get at least a point here tonight, they will confirm themselves in 4th place. This is also a crucial match in terms of St Helens' top-of-the-table ambitions, because the last thing they could do with having Wigan as their guests at Nosey Road on the last weekend of the regular season in a fortnight is to lose here tonight.
Well, they're all vital games now when it comes down to the business end.
That's what Saints have got left. London away next weekend on Sky Sports, and Wigan at home on Friday, September the 15th. Both of them are on Sky Sports. It's with Tuilangi. Tuilangi's got Nicol, and Saints are back. Tuilangi to Sonny Nicol. What a run from Tuilangi. And just as we're talking about the top of the table for St Helens, it's almost as if the vibes transferred themselves onto the pitch, and the Saints respond with a try from Nicol.
Super play. Sean Long just mesmerised them. Tuilangi came back on the angle, and great support from Nicol. But put this down to this fella Sean Long. Look how he mesmerised them through there. Sucked them in. Powell had gone on the inside. Nicol underneath the sticks. They're back. You beauty.
Sonny Nicol always seems to do well against Leeds. A try here in last year's victory. And of course, Gary Hetherington, now the chief executive here at Headingley, was Sonny Nicol's coach in his days with Sheffield. So Sonny Nicol with the try. Sean Long now with an important conversion from bang in front. The gap's closed to 2 again. 20 points to 18. We're getting another thriller in the Super League.
You can see how Long has gone across the face of the defence. The man circle there, Mackay, has come out of his positional, and Tuilangi comes back on the angle. Excellent try. Outstanding. They really dig deep.
Well, a sub last Sunday against Salford. Sonny Nicol has come back with an absolute bang. Great prop forward try. Created by Long and Tuilangi. Now then, we have a quarter of the match remaining, maybe just a little more. And it's a question now of who wants it most. Saints need it for their top-of-the-table ambitions. Leeds need it to secure fourth place going in to those playoffs.
And you've got to give credit to the Saints defence over that last 5 minutes. They were really put to the test by Leeds. They were throwing the ball around all over the place. And it was a super take by Sean Long. Remember the kick from Sheridan. And I think if they would have wilted then, Leeds could have gone on to take this, but...
Here's Nicol again. Nicol's on his way. Long is in support. Long is quick. Harris has missed him. Here's Newlove, and Newlove scored again. Newlove for St Helens. He's crowned the comeback with a try. He's missed the last 9. They put the red carpet out for him at St Helens when they brought him on the bus from Knowsley Road to Headingley, and Newlove has responded with the support play after Long's incisive break. St Helens have gone from behind to in front in the blink of an eye.
Beautiful work there from the hooker. Back on the inside. It's turning out to be the Nicol show here. But Long did ever so well. And again, we've mentioned the fact that Saints stick deep. Kieran Cunningham was absolutely superb. See how he sunk the 2 markers. But Dermot went across. Offload here. Outstanding. 2 wonderful tries in the space of 2 minutes. And it has all turned around.
Paul Newlove, he started just 11 this year. His last try for St Helens was against Leeds at Knowsley Road in June. That's his 6th of the year, and they're delighted he's back. Paul Newlove has crowned his comeback to Super League with a super try, and Long's about to make 4 from 4 for him and give St Helens an even greater advantage. He's added it. It's 24 points to 20, and this match has turned upside down in the last 5 minutes.
You can see how McDermott has gone for the hooker, but the one that circled lower down, he was the second marker and left a huge gap. This is outstanding play. Juggle with it, but he knew exactly what he was going to do there. Support supreme. Hasn't had many opportunities, Newlove, but what a vital try that has become.
4 tries to 2 now in St Helens' favour. If they win here at Headingley, boy, will they have deserved it. And Sinfield has taken a bang. Who's your man of the match? Well, there are candidates all over the field. 09009, 10-10-13. 2 grand final tickets. Cunningham has lost it, though.
Went back, play on.
Another big call from Russell Smith.
He got it right. Well, what an amazing game.
Newlove's off again. Newlove's off again. Newlove for the corner. Cummins is after him. Newlove gets a second. Newlove gets a second try. Leeds have been hit by the 1-2-3 in 5 minutes. Dean Lance is desolate. Ian Millwood, although his persona is that he is calm and collected, what a masterstroke to bring this fella back. He wasn't anywhere near playing last night.
Well, we doubted the fact that perhaps he might be a little bit rusty, that he might not be fully fit. This will disprove it. He couldn't get anywhere near him. What a wonderful effort. He takes the salutes from the Saints fans. Good work from Hoppy. And again, Leeds are being caught in and around the play the ball area. This is a reaction from Ian Millwood. It was a gamble, we thought. The gamble has paid off. Yes!
Well, he wears his heart on his sleeve, doesn't he, Ian Millwood? But no wonder every one of us in this stadium were on our feet with that run from Newlove. Well, the fans behind the post are singing "We Are the Champions," and I'll tell you something, it's going to take a mighty fine effort from any of the top 5 to nick this trophy away from the Saints at Knowsley Road this year. They really have dug deep here tonight. And Newlove coming back at this stage, it's like having a fresh player on the field. He's just missed with a conversion. 20 points to 28, it's not over yet.
Quick play of the ball, and you can see a Leeds player going backwards. Sean Hoppy takes full advantage. There's a huge gap. All at sea, couldn't get anywhere near him. Gets into his stride. No better sight than to see the big fella running like that.
Short kick-off from Leeds. Oh, and the ball's been knocked forward. Was it first knock-on from Saints? Was it first?
It's as though Saints have been deemed to have knocked on first. Yep, it's a knock-on. No doubt about it. Sculthorpe
and Hoppy.
Yeah, gets a hand to it either way.
And Barnhill just couldn't take it in. But Leeds have got the possession from the scrum. Harris feeds, gives it to Powell. He now is Andy Hay. Newlove missed him, Wellens missed him. Chris Joint didn't. What an inspirational skipper Joint is. Barnhill now.
Well, how many twists and turns are left in this game?
Well, we had the classic at the JJB last Sunday, and this has been riveting stuff as well.
But what a purple patch for Newlove. As I mentioned before, not many opportunities in that first half.
Quarter of an hour to go, still bags of time for Leeds to hit back. Harris off the deck, and Morley has it. Long and Stewart with the tackle. Chev Walker, Harris, Sinfield. Back it goes to McDermott. They were waiting for it. McDermott, though, has lost it.
Play on. Oh, golden opportunity just wasted there by the Rhinos. And you can see there that McDermott was looking to offload in heavy traffic.
Here comes St Helens again then. It's with Sean Hoppy now. Centre field, middle of his own half. Cunningham to Sculthorpe.
Well, it's amazing how things can change. Matautia, remember, the big hit on Mackay. So Mackay had to leave the field. And maybe, perhaps, St Helens were lucky. They could have been down to 12, but either way, they've dug deep, and now they're in control. Just shows you the team spirit that they have. With the
never say die, isn't it?
Superb stuff.
Long with the kick over the top. It will bounce kindly for Walker. The youngster will run this back. Let's get some news, though, about Graham Mackay, who left the field with blood streaming from his nose. Phil.
Eddie, Graham Mackay's a bit of a prettier sight now that the bleeding has been staunched. They don't think the nose is broken, but they're not going to take any chances. And of course, with the games that Leeds have got coming up in the next few weeks, do they want to take chances with players like Mackay and with Carl Pratt, who came off with what looked like a nasty blow to the ribs? It was only bad winding, fortunately, for Leeds.
Yes, Leeds remaining fixtures: Bradford away next Friday on Sky Sports, and London Broncos at home on Friday the 15th at 8 o'clock. So London playing both these sides between now and the end of the season. They'll have a little bit of a say, won't they? That was play on. Here is Darryl Powell. That was Wellens, and he was finished off by Iro. Powell didn't like it. Last one. It's with Harris. Harris drifts the kick over the top. Well collected by Anthony Stewart. Harris leading the charge.
Good position there by Stewart.
Now there's a penalty to St Helens.
And there's a kick over the top from Justin Harris. Full credit to Anthony Stewart. He put himself into a wonderful position.
Well, the ball carrying arm didn't hit the deck. The referee must have shouted hell.
Must have. Confused.
Cunningham again. Here now is Nicol.
What an impact he's had in the second half.
Oh, McDermott will be penalised for that. He does get the red mist at times, Barry.
Lack of concentration. Got to pick him up. Done all the hard work.
I think he was a little concerned about McDermott's arm in between the legs of Sonny Nicol then.
Well, they try to tip him up, that is for sure.
Back Leeds, back one.
Boy, they'll miss Tuilangi when he leaves at the end of this season, St Helens. Well, Ian Millwood was having a bit of a go about the penalties at half-time. It's now 10-8 in Saints' favour. And Newlove is the dummy half. 2 tries for Newlove. He's on a hat-trick. He's got the strength of an ox.
Quick thinking, run from the dummy half. Oh, this Leeds defence, they're hanging back.
Sculthorpe held up.
Held up 3. Saints heading ball.
Saints head and feed at the resultant scrum, because that was on the 3rd tackle.
Well, you get the impression now that the Leeds defence, they're running out of steam. Quick play, the balls are catching them. Good work from Paul Sculthorpe.
Well, he said before the match that St Helens have given him the highs and lows this year.
Stay inside, Leeds.
Whenever his Leeds team have played them. It's with Sculthorpe. Sculthorpe almost through. It was a last-ditch tackle from Darryl Powell. Here's Iro. Iro's away from them and he's coming back again. Morley got to him. Cunningham is the dummy half. Down the blind side. Oh, it wasn't the best ball. Wellens
did well to take that.
He did, under pressure from Walker.
Now then, will they go for a 1 point? That's what I'd be looking for.
Stewart, 3 metres short of the line. Cunningham is the dummy half. It's with Sean Long. He gives it to Nicol. Nicol! So close again. 10 minutes to go. Last tackle here for Saints. Sculthorpe, 1 point. He'll take it. Increases the lead to 9.
Quick thinking. And Sculthorpe playing standoff tonight in the absence of Tommy Martin. Quick thinking indeed.
Well, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. Ian Millwood.
I don't know why. 9 points. 9-point lead is pretty solid.
And they're going to get the ball back from this kickoff. The referee wants the kickoff to be taken again.
You can't kick off without the referee blowing the whistle, as there was changes to be made.
Do a Saints man in this half is still coming back, Dave. So we've control these time. Give him it, Sean. Time off's gone off, damn it. Yep, cheers. Keep it on solid, time off. Stay behind, lads.
Well, as you say, he's quite an emotional coach, isn't he, Ian Millwood? And he doesn't hide his feelings as the displeasure of one of his players added an extra point. Obviously, he wanted to have a kick into the in goal, maybe to get the ball back.
He is your man of the match. 09009, 10-10-13. Lines are still open. Those tickets for the grand final up for grabs, as ever. And that grand final getting ever, ever closer now. Stewart. Good run. Get the feeling that Saints' little patch of 5 minutes in this second half has been the conclusive factor in the game. But have Leeds got something up their sleeves? Here's Nicol.
Well, the eagerness to play the ball quickly, Saints, certainly has helped them. They'll just keep kicking this ball down into the corner, make sure the chase is good, and it is.
The run from Paul Sterling, but O'Neill and Sculthorpe didn't make too much progress then. Here now is Cummins, collared by Tuilangi. 8 minutes to go. The clock ticking down, which is magic for the Saints, not so much for Leeds. And Anthony Stewart is hurt. He leaves the field as Leeds offload. It's with Powell. Looping pass then to Sinfield. Wide it goes to Hay. And further wide to Sterling, but it was forward anyway.
Sheer desperation. He's not happy with that, Dean Lance. Rightly so. A good metre, half metre forward. Trying to take the gamble, forcing the pass. They know that 9 points not going to be easy to drag back. And they would have thought it when Chev Walker nipped in for that try. It looked as though the Rhinos were in total charge. And maybe when Tommy Martin did crack that joke, the joke was, wait, will we get new love going forward? Well, the Rhinos aren't laughing, that's for sure.
Say, there'll be no smiles in the Leeds camp. It's with Wellens now. Powell with the tackle. It's his 490th career appearance tonight in Britain. Had the 17 more he played in Australia. What a servant he's been to this game. Went backwards off Iroh's boots.
Well, he's been quick, hasn't he, the official, Russell Smith? But most of them right as well tonight.
Here's Steve Hall, fresh legs. Lost his place at the last minute when Newlove was declared fit.
Well, I know that Ian Millwood showed his displeasure at the fact that Sculthorpe dropped that goal, but that's what I'd be aiming for yet again. Just drive another nail in the Rhinos' coffin.
Wellens looking for 4 to Ilangi. And eventually they get him down on the last. Joint is the dummy half. It's with Long. He stabs it in goal. It bounces up. Cunningham. Match over. Saints have won. Referee's not given it yet. But Cunningham, if this is given by the video referee, has won the game for the champions. Second try for Cunningham. 2 tries for Newlove. If this is given the nod, game, set and match to Saints.
Well, it looks okay. Yep, that looks okay. It ricocheted off one of the Leeds players. It'll be TRY time. What a turnaround. No doubt about it. You can see that Cummings desperate to try to even kick the ball out of the hands. Definitely touched. This will be try time. And as Eddie has just mentioned, this will surely give them the 2 vital points.
Video referee has made his mind up. Here's his decision. And St Helens top 5, a top place ambition burns brightly. Cunningham, what an effort from him again. 15 tries for the year. And this the one that wraps this one up.
Is that a fine match? He's a fine player as well. Hookers love nothing better than to get over for a 4-pointer like that. Quick thinking. He'll be happy. Tommy Martin is.
Well, he was screaming no when Sculthorpe landed the 1-pointer. That was maybe the tactic he wanted for that. They came up with it again there with a little dab into the corner, into the in-goal area by this fella. Cunningham obliged, he's added 2 more. It's a comprehensive win now for St Helens. Second big win at Headingley this year in the Super League.
Well, Ian Millwood has said all along throughout this season that he's been so impressed with the way that his players can dig deep. And we saw quite a few times during this game as well, Eddie, the fact that they work hard for each other. Leeds have made quite a few breaks, but they always seem to have that scrambling defence to go back.
Well, Kieran Cunningham has had a huge influence on this match. He's just scored his 70th try for St Helens. And would you believe that coming into this game, he'd only scored once away from home this year? Well, he's got 2 here tonight. And with 4.5 minutes to go and a 15-point lead, there's no way back for Leeds Rhinos now. And this is a massive win for St Helens. Bearing in mind that they will go back to the top of the table tonight. They'll jump ahead of Wigan, albeit until Sunday, maybe. But then they have Wigan at Knowsley Road in the last round, and that will surely now decide who finishes first and second.
Certainly looking that way. But what a great effort. This is the pass that's been deemed forward from Kevin Iroh, but what a great effort. 70 tries from a hooker. Just shows you the quality of the man.
That's 70 tries for St Helens. Here's Harris. Hayes dropped it. Not Leeds' night in the end.
Well, you mentioned the fact that Justin Harris said it was a pretty shrewd move as well by Ian Millwood, the Saints coach. Not happy Dean Lance. It was the fact that without Tommy Martin at standoff, that he brought in Paul Sculthorpe. He has played there at standoff on several occasions, but I mentioned before the game kicked off, Eddie, that the reason why I'd put Sculthorpe there was to try to close down the skills of Justin Harris, and to be fair, Harris has had few opportunities to display those skills.
There is Paul Sculthorpe. Be interesting to see who Leeds pick as their man of the match in the Saints jersey. And you've still got a few minutes to vote at home if you fancy taking part and maybe getting to Old Trafford for the grand final. Well, Powell, use of the elbow on young John Stankovic. He's getting frustrated now. And don't forget, talking about the grand final, it is on Saturday, October the 14th. We've been telling you that all year. If you need any other information about the big night, other than the fact that it kicks off at 6:30, 0113 244 114, Super League Europe open for business first thing Monday morning. Here's Hoppy. He's around senior. Balls onto the deck.
Back to 6. Oh, he allowed the advantage. Well, a bit scrappy, not surprising. It's been a tough encounter.
This really does post St Helens' intent as far as those playoffs are concerned, though, Steve-O. This is no easy place to come for victory these days, but they have won comprehensively.
Without doubt, at a time when it looked as though all was lost. It was Leeds that looked to be taking advantage. Remember, Walker scored that try just before the sin bin. He came back on, so they were down to 12 men. You cannot doubt the fact that these Saints players will fight for each other. They dig deep.
Even with key personnel like Tommy Martin alongside his coach Ian Millwood in the stands tonight. Sinfield. Oh, Morley drops it. St Helens have got it back.
Good work from Sinfield, just wasted there. Shake of the head from Morley. But that's the biggest problem that Leeds have had tonight, is they are being cut apart in and around the play the ball area. Leeds having a lot of problems, especially late in this game, with allowing Saints plenty of room. And when you've got the likes of Kieran Cunningham controlling things from the dummy half position, pretty hard to keep them out.
Well, half a minute now to go, and St Helens finishing on the attack again. And they think that's the full-time siren, but it isn't. There's still 24 minutes to go. 24 seconds to go. Joint! Last 15. Here's Cunningham on the last. He's running it. Wellens. Stankovic flicks it on to Ilangi. They're going to score. Steve Hall. No, they're not. Chev Walker saw to that.
Well, full credit to Saints. Keep the ball alive. That'll be it. It's all over.
Now the referee's given a penalty. He's given the penalty. So we've got to finish off with the penalty taken. The players are shaking hands all round. The referee playing the letter of the law.
Chris Joint just run 20 metres there to shake hands. And the game has not yet finished.
And he's going to let Keith Senior have the last tackle. Very kind of him. That's the final siren. St Helens with an excellent win. Dean Lance and Ian Millwood, the two coaches, mirroring very different emotions here tonight. Kieran Cunningham, what a match he's had. 2 tries, and St Helens worthy winners in the end, and it hinged on a crucial period in 5 minutes of that second half. Now then, still to come tonight, cricket on Sky Sports 1, the highlights of the Test match. US Open tennis is live now on Sky Sports 2. There's golf at 10 o'clock. The Open tennis is back live with you at 12:30 in the morning. And then the Aussie Rules is live, the grand final, at 4:30 a.m. All that on Sky Sports 2. They're wrapping up Tranmere against Stockport on Sky Sports 3 now. Then there's the wrestling at 10. And on the Sky Sports Extra, Tranmere Stockport now is live and interactive. And then the Grand Prix Speedway season so far review at 10 is also available on Sky Sports Extra. The season so far for St Helens seems to be getting better and better and better. They're back at the top of the table tonight. The leapfrogging continues in pole position. St Helens hold it now. Wigan will try and get it back at Warrington on Sunday. And then what a finish we've got with Wigan Saints at Knowsley Road.
The Saturday premiere with Siemens mobile phones. Meet God's gift of home shopping.
Surprise!
Spiritual guidance free with every item sold. Eddie Murphy.
What are you tasting there? My urine, isn't it?
What? And Jeff Goldblum.
It's turbo tea. Trust me, my urine doesn't have that tasty zing to it. I know.
Holy Man, Saturday at 10 on Sky Premiere. The biggest films every Saturday night, guaranteed.
Beware the jadder man, my dear, when the moon is fat. Sharp of tongue and spindle-limbed he is, and cunning. With sweetened talk of schnapps and mets, and the deliciousness of jadders. Beware the jadder man, my dear, when the moon is fat. Jadder met die mets och schnapps.
Did Jesse Owens experience his worst racism in America? Nick Hornby asked Tony Adams, has he really changed from Jack the Lad to Renaissance man? And which contenders can buck the image of British athletics at this year's Olympics? All in Observer Sport Monthly, free with the Observer this Sunday.
The summer house, Fanny.
Mr. Davisham, it's everything I imagined, yet not what I imagined at all.
One day, Fanny, Thompson holidaymakers will be equally delighted with their accommodation. But Thompson will pride themselves on the honesty of their brochures.
I think I should be deliriously happy on a Thompson holiday. What a curious seat.
It is a courting couch from Rajasthan. The Maharaja would entertain his many lovers here to the tune of 1,000 sitars.
How terrible.
Honest brochures mean your holiday accommodation will be every bit as good as you'd expect, thanks to Thompson.
British Gas has removed the standing charge for domestic mains gas and electricity customers and replaced it with a new pricing structure. One reason why over 250,000 customers have chosen to come back to us since April. British Gas. The big shake-up goes on.
Nobody knows your kids like you do.
No one would want to.
Which is why, with the parental controls on AOL, it really is you, the parents, who stay in control.
Make a nice change.
You see, you can set different internet controls for a teenager than for an under 12, say. And it's so easy to set up, isn't it?
I managed it.
And it doesn't get much easier than that. You'll probably want to know more, so call us on 0800 756 9999.
Next term will be even better. Now Tiny have knocked £500 off this top PC. It's got an Intel Pentium 3 processor, DVD, colour printer, scanner, and loads of accessories and top-name educational software. Comes with so much, we even get a desk to keep it all on. And a chair. Best of all, didn't cost me a penny. Mum and Dad paid for it. Call now for Tiny's big education sale price list.
So this new Citroen Zara Forte costs just £9,995.
Absolutely, sir.
With air conditioning, 4 airbags and ABS.
That's right, sir.
Where on earth did you learn to add up?
Cambridge, sir.
Now with £1,000 cash back. Quick, before we learn how to add up.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Crucial victory for Saints, 35 points to 20. Kieran Cunningham's 2 tries earn him the Tissot watch as man of the match. He's talking to Bill.
Kieran, congratulations, man of the match. You get the watch that goes with it. More importantly, you get 2 precious points tonight, don't you?
Oh, definitely. First, can I just say a big thanks to Tissot for the watch, Reebok and Tropicana. Thanks for the support, boys. The 2 points was vital to us tonight. This was our grand final. You know, we've worked on it. We've prepared very hard all week, and you know, I think we deserved it tonight. So it's all on, you know, bring them on. So we're looking forward to the end of the season now.
He's excited about it. Eileen Hughes of London, you should be as well. You picked Kieran Cunningham out, and he is the man of the match. You're off to Old Trafford for the grand final. Saints might be. Wigan are now second. The Bulls are third. Leeds stay in fourth. They're still seeking the point that would guarantee them 4th place in the table. Wow, what a match. And at the end of the day, maybe the crucial moment, Matthew, came when Graham Mackay departed the scene.
Yeah, Paul Newlove's hamstring certainly got a lot better when Graham Mackay wasn't standing in front of him, didn't it? And I think that, along with the fact that early in that half, Saints played a lot of over-elaborate football. When they got rid of that and played some more direct stuff with their, you know, their ball carriers going at Leeds, they really made them struggle.
They did in the end. Let's just expand that view, Steve-O, about the Graham Mackay injury, and Vila Matauti are on report as a result of this.
Yeah, well, I think he should have been sent off. I mean, look, he's helpless. It's a cheap shot. Bang. Why the referee has to put this on report? Everyone saw it. It was a real bad one. He should have gone off. And as Matthew Ellis has just mentioned, the fact that up until that point, Graham Mackay had been keeping Newlove quiet. 2 tries later from Newlove, when Mackay's off, says it all.
Yes, game was over then, and Kieran Cunningham, we mentioned him, we mentioned the chairman of the union next to you. I mean, that was an outstanding performance from Kieran.
Well, he did one carry there. I thought he beat the whole Leeds team, went over to the linesman, pushed him off, went round Russell Smith, and then found an offload. He's a handful when he carries the ball, and you know, they're very dangerous when he does decide to do that.
And Saints are very dangerous, aren't they, Steve-O? Can you see, I mean, we've got Matthew here, he'll say they will, obviously. Can anyone stop St Helens retaining this trophy with this spirit?
Well, I think they can, but they'll have to certainly get things sorted out there. I mean, there were times there where St Helens were on the back foot, but you've got to fault Leeds' defence. Their defence in and around the play the ball area, and when you allow someone like Cunningham to take charge, you're always going to finish up on the losing streak.
Thanks very much, Matthew, for being with Steve-O and me tonight here at Headingley. We'll see you Sunday.
Pleasure.
At the new Shea. And that's our next port of call. It's the new Shea. We're there on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. And we will have the match for you in its entirety at 6:30 on Sky Sports 1. It was one heck of a contest. Last time the Bulls were at the new Shea. I wonder what it'll be like on Sunday. Well, you can find out with us. Sky Sports 1, 6:30. In the meantime, congratulations to St Helens. They're back at the top of the table. Great season, isn't it?
Famous quotations which have spanned the centuries.
Baldrick, I have a very, very, very cunning plan.
New tales that will be told for generations to come.
It's a pint for the fella, glass of white wine, fruit-based drink for the lady.
Your suppositories, Mrs. Gregerson.
Sky One is about to make comic history.
Bravo, with big brass bells on.
Brand new. Time, gentlemen, please. Harry Enfield and the first showing of Blackadder Back and Forth coming soon. Sky One.
Can't you look where you're going?
It's just come out of nowhere.
It just came out of nowhere.
I'm a bit of a talker, me. A bit lippy, some might say. But if I had to talk a 15-year-old schoolgirl into shopping her drug dealer boyfriend who's been selling her and her mates crack cocaine, and she's terrified of what he might do to her. I don't think I could. I couldn't find the right words.
Extended 0% finance is available on the Fiat Punto, Bravo, Brava and Seicento. Just call 0800 71 7000.
This is Sky Sports 1. Sky Sports Centre, in association with Ford.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre update with a roundup of the evening's main sports headlines. Andy Cole has been handed a lone striker's role when England faced world and European champions France in Paris tomorrow night. The Manchester United striker is preferred to Michael Owen, while Kevin Keegan has also recalled Gareth Barry, Darren Anderson, Dennis Wise and Nick Barmby in a 4-4-1-1 formation. France, for whom Didier Deschamps and Laurent Blanc make final appearances, will be without Fabien Barthez. The Manchester United keeper misses out with an ankle injury and is replaced by former West Ham keeper Bernard Lamar. Roy Keane has been past fit to captain the Republic of Ireland in their World Cup qualifier with Holland tomorrow night. He'd been struggling with a back injury. Will now play in Amsterdam. Sunderland have completed the £4.5 million signing of Brazilian defender Emerson